I don't want to turn this into a competition, but like,
Hey everyone, it's Christina with Craft Beauty Lab. The question today, I had a client talking to us today about CBD and wondering if they should add CBD to their product. So I'm going to do a little series around some of the more, I'll call them controversial ingredients and the pros and cons potentially of looking at those ingredients. So today we're going to talk CBD specifically. So CBD is a derivative of hemp. It does not contain any THC in it at all if you are using an isolate. It is legal to be using in your skincare products. I would say that the benefits, there are actually some studies coming out that there can be some potential benefits, I think, of the cannabinoidal series, which there's quite a few of those in hemp in itself. And I think that there may be some potential benefits to CBD in skincare products. I think it's very early in terms of the actual really peer-reviewed studies and testing and things like that. But there is some evidence that you could see some benefit to it. So that's kind of like, okay, there's your pros, right? The con side of CBD is not very much, in my opinion, on the formulation side. It's a pretty easy ingredient to formulate with. The cons that I see brands run into is that they don't understand the rest of the regulatory environment around it. So while it is a legal ingredient, there are a few states that regulate it differently, meaning it can be sold, but it has to have different types of things on the label that are different than just standard FDA labeling. So that's one area that brands can get in trouble with if they don't know about the CBD world a whole lot. The second one is that you can be super surprised to find out that there are other businesses that don't allow for CBD. The biggest ones being there are some credit card companies. So your credit card processor may refuse to process on your platform if you have CBD products, as well as sometimes even the website itself. So your website or server might not allow for CBD products. So it's not that you should never use it. I just think it's super important to consider whether it's really core or critical to your brand to use it. It's not just an on-trend ingredient. There's a lot of things to think about, and you can get yourself into sometimes more trouble than it can be worth. So if your brand is really built around that, and you already know all that information in specs, then it can be a great ingredient to have in your products. But if your brand's not built around that, there's a lot of considerations to thinking about why you would really be bringing that on or not into your products. I hope that that's helpful.